Welcome. Thanks so much for making the investment in yourself. You're exactly the kind of person that I want to help. You're the kind of person that knows that when you get better, your business gets better. When you get better, your organization gets better. When you get better, your team gets better. Because here's the truth, is that we tend to teach what we know, but we're always producing who we are. So it's like you tell your team what you know and you give them all this information, but the reality is that at the end of the day, you're always producing who you are. Now, so this is good news, okay? Because if you've got a challenge in your team, if you've got a challenge in your organization, guess where the first place that you've got to look? You've got to look inside of here, okay? Because if I'm teaching what I know, if I'm sharing information, but I'm producing who I am, here's the good news. If you want to produce something different, you got to be somebody different. So thanks for making the investment. You're exactly the kind of person that I want to hang out with. So in this course, what we're going to talk about real quick, and it's a short one, but it's a very powerful one, okay? Because what I've realized is that what happens many times in creating sometimes drama interactions and drama organizations, and I see it all over the time, is that we want to move from this drama team to a dream team. We want to move from maybe people that are acting like victims into people that are taking responsibility. We want to move from people that blame each other and that they take a high level of ownership. Well, it all starts with you, because here's the deal, you can never complain about what you permit. I mean, how many times do we do that, right? It's like crazy things are happening with our team and our organization, and then we turn around and we complain about it, but yet we do nothing about it. Come on, is that you? Sometimes that's me, you know? Sometimes that's me. So what I've realized is that whatever you don't address, you actually end up endorsing. And so you cannot play the ostrich, okay? You cannot just hope it goes away, because hope is a terrible strategy. So, but in this course, I want to deal with you personally, and then I want to give you a formula that you can use with yourself, and then I want you to take it and use it with your team, and it will eliminate all of the excuses. Yes, you can live excuse-free. You can be excuse-free. You can have a team that is excuse-free, but you've got to know how to eliminate it. You've got to know what to do. So let me give you a simple formula. Well, first of all, let me just ask you, go ahead and make sure you've downloaded that worksheet, because I want you to have it. It's my free gift for you. So hopefully you've downloaded that worksheet. If you haven't done it yet, just take a minute, hit the download right there, and you can get it. But let me just ask you a question. What is your favorite excuse? Now, come on, you have one. I know you do, all right? If we're not real, we all have them. I'm going to give you mine. And kind of my favorite excuse, it trumps everything. I mean, it makes everything okay. It makes things that I don't have to do, right? And so here it is, okay? Ready? Here we go. Here's how it works. I just travel too much. Well, I just travel too much. Dennis, why is your office a mess? Well, I just travel too much. I don't have time to clean it up. Dennis, why can you not eat healthy? Well, I just travel too much. Dennis, why is your marketing not done yet? Well, I just travel too much. Dennis, why is that next book not done yet? Well, I just travel too much. It makes everything, it kind of excuses myself. And here's the reality. I don't perform when I use excuses. And it's the same with you. Maybe what's your favorite excuse? So here's a couple that I hear. People say, well, I just don't have enough time. Have you ever used that one? Total excuse. Well, I'm just too busy. And really, let's take a minute, right? What is busy? I've just eliminated busy from my vocabulary. I've just realized that I'm fully scheduled. But when I say I'm busy, I go into this emotional drama that all of a sudden I can't do anything about it. Now, because here's the thing, is that when you go into drama, you just stop. You don't make forward progress. And there is always something you can do. There is always something you can do. And you got to remember is that people go into drama when they believe they have choice poverty. They just believe, well, there's nothing that I can do. And it is a total falsehood. The reality is that you are choice abundant. There is always something you can do. You know, we say things like, well, my boss just makes me. Come on, really? Well, I just have to. You don't have to do anything. Well, my boss says so, I have to. Total falsehood. Now, you might not get paid if you don't. You might not have a job if you don't. But the truth is, you choose everything. And so just eliminating, oh, I'm busy. Just eliminating I have to. And just simply say, instead of I have to, I choose to. I choose to do this. You might not like it, but you're choosing to do it because you are ridiculously powerful. You are ridiculously powerful with your life. So let me get back to some of the excuses. So sometimes people say, well, I just don't have enough time, or I'm just too busy, or sometimes we say, well, it's because I have kids, or because I don't have kids. Whatever your favorite excuse, but just go ahead and take that worksheet and just write it out. I'll give you a minute. So write it out. Come on, do the work. You made the investment in purchasing this mini course, so come on, do the work. You are totally worth it. Okay. So there you go. You've got your excuse. So let me give you the formula, okay? It is the formula that gives you multiple options. And it's a formula I want to use with yourself, but also I want you to turn around and use it with your team. And here's how it goes. Even though, favorite excuse, whatever you wrote down, even though, favorite excuse, even though I don't have enough time, even though I travel too much, even though I'm really busy, even though I have kids, even though I don't have kids, whatever, even though my family lives with me, whatever, even though my parents live with me, okay? Even though, favorite excuse, how can I still take action? Whatever action you need to take. Okay, what's the action that you need to take? Maybe you need to grow your business, okay? Even though I'm really busy, how can I still grow my business? See, because what happens is when you say, oh, I don't have enough time, or I'm just too busy, you totally don't do anything and you're not creative. And here's the deal. People that are full of drama are not creative. And I want you to increase your creativity. It is a great formula to increase your creativity because drama people, they tend to be lazy people. They are lazy mentally lazy. And I don't want that to be you. So even though, favorite excuse, how can I still take the action you need to take? So whatever action you need to take today, okay? Maybe it's, you got to do your marketing. Maybe it's you got to grow the organization. Maybe it's you got to get certain reports done. I don't know. There's a multitude of actions. Now, this is a formula you should use every day because what happens is it keeps you creative. It keeps you proactive. It keeps you moving forward. See, many times people say, oh, I'm just too busy, and then they do nothing. Come on, that's not you. I mean, all of our results are based on our activity. So if you don't like your results, change some activity. Change your activity. See, I realize that I never, ever fail. I just go around producing results. That's all I do. I am a results producer. I take an action, it gives me an outcome. And then when I don't like my outcomes, I start to change my activity. I mean, how many times have we done this? This is a classic one, right? It's like I send somebody an email, they don't respond. I send somebody an email, they don't respond. I send somebody an email, I don't respond. And then I'm in drama. I'm mad, I'm angry, and then I think, I got to send them another email. I'm sending them another email. Listen, if you have sent 4 emails and they're not responding, get a different strategy. You say, well, what else can I do? Listen, there's always something you can do. Pick up the phone, send them a text message, maybe show up at their house, maybe find their wife's phone number and call their wife and say, hey, he's not answering me. But there's always something you can do. And it keeps you proactive. See, because people that are owners, people that are responsible, people that aren't filled with drama, I mean, they are very proactive. People that are full of drama, they are completely reactive. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a minute and work this formula. Even though I travel too much, that's for me. See, because the reality is that I'm still going to travel. I'm still going to be on the road. I'm still going to be out helping people and working with clients just like you, changing their lives. But I still have to get things like my book written and my marketing done and all these myriad of things that still have to happen. So even though I travel so much, how can I still eat right? Even though I travel too much, how can I still lose weight? Even though I travel too much, how can I still eat healthy? See, I've given you everything that I'm working on right now. But what happens is it keeps me proactive. So I want you to work that formula and then just take a minute, go ahead and hit pause on this video. And then I gave you a list of 10 and just come up with 10 creative suggestions, just 10 creative ideas. Start to work your brain, okay? Because what happens is that maybe you've been used to just being mentally lazy. All right, and so maybe this is a hard exercise. But once you get the hang of it, all right, you start to become more proactive. Your brain starts to fire even sharper. Okay, so go ahead and take a minute, put pause. All All right, hopefully you put pause and you've got those 10 things. You did do that, right? Come on. You've made the investment in purchasing this mini course, so do the work. Come on, do the work. So if you haven't, go ahead and put pause and come back. All right, so I assume you have done it, and I'm sure you have because you're the kind of person that wants to make a difference. Okay, so you've got these lists of things, right? So now just calendarize them. See, because the power of your life is really in the plan of your life. So whatever ideas that you have, put a date next to them. Put them in your calendar. Because whatever I calendarize becomes real, and whatever I calendarize, I start to do. One thing that helped me change my life, even though I'm traveling so much, is that I actually calendarize every day my exercise. Before I go to bed at night the next day, as I say, okay, this is when I'm going to exercise. Before I go to sleep that night, okay, this is when I'm going to eat, and this is what I'm going to eat, because I know it's nutrition and exercise if I want to make a difference, physically. See, but listen, it works that way with everything in your life. So just look through that list of 10 and just start to calendarize it. Now listen, you might have some things in there, and you try, and boy, it doesn't work, and you don't get the results. Don't stop there. Just keep working the formula. Keep staying creative. Keep staying creative. Even though, just eliminate the excuse, how can I still take the action you need to take? Because there's always something you can do. And when you say, well, there's nothing I can do, you are a total victim, okay? Whenever you say, well, it's just how it is. I don't have a choice. Total victim, and that's not you. That is not you. So come on. You got a big life. You got a great organization to grow, and you can do it. So that's how you use it with you, but watch this. Now you can eliminate all of the excuses with your team. Because come on, they come to you with excuses all the time, right? It's like, well, why didn't you get the report done? Well, I just had too much to do. Here's what I would say, is I say, even though, hey, John, even though you have too much to do, how can you still get the report done? You want to keep them creative. You want to help them own their behavior. So when they come to you with excuses, now listen, I love this formula because I think it really honors people. Listen, I'm not saying you're not too busy. I'm not saying you're not busy, or I'm not saying, you don't have a lot going on. It's just like me. It's like, I'm not saying, Dennis, you're not going to travel, because I'm going to travel, okay? I'm going to travel. I want to help people just like you. I want to be in your organization, hanging out with you and helping you. I want to be with you face to face, so I'm still going to do that, okay? But use it on your team. Even though, favorite excuse, they give you an excuse, so you just say, okay, got it. So even though, you had a lot going on during the weekend, how could you still make this happen? Even though your kids were sick last night, how could you still blank? Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to give your team choices. And the best way to get people out of drama and get them out of their own personal drama is to open up the world of choices. Because people go into drama when they believe they have no choice. Oh, it's just nothing I can do. They believe they have choice poverty. And it's a horrible way to live. But the truth is, you're choice abundant. There is always something you can do. And you've got to give that gift to your team. Give the gift of your team of choice abundance. So there it is. It's the drama-free excuse buster. Bust through every excuse that you have, every excuse that your team has. Listen, I want to hear how it's working for you. Okay? I want to hear how you've nuanced it. I want to hear how you've modulated it a little bit and what kind of results it's produced in your team. So I want you to email me at info@leadershipprocess.com, info@leadershipprocess.com, and tell me exactly how it's worked for you. Listen, thank you so much for making the investment in yourself. I wanted to do this because, listen, I believe in you. I believe you can make a difference, and I am totally committed to helping take the drama out of organizations just like yours. Thanks for making the investment.